Derrick Henry's size, is there any concern that come the fourth quarter, linebackers and defensive linemen that have been hitting them all day are going to wear down?
I think it just comes with us gang tackling and having 11 guys to the ball at each snap. We faced a lot of running backs that have been physical this year. Obviously, no one as big as him. I know that he can handle a lot more of a workload than anybody else. But I think we'll have a good game plan in just to get as many guys to the ball as possible, because I think one-on-one it's hard to tackle them. So if we have 11 hats to the ball each snap, hopefully we'll be able to shut them down.
This run has obviously made you guys number one, put you in this position. But if you thought about the importance of this game, kind of what you were just talking about a couple of answers ago, if you win this game, maybe you can shed all of the apprehensions about this program, about not mentioning in the same sentence with Alabama or whatever. Maybe if you win this game in the future, you guys are on the tip of everyone's tongue with Alabama, Ohio State, and such. Have you thought about that?
A little bit. I know if we beat them, we can't really be doubted anymore. I know people will still find a way to doubt us and say that if we win, then Alabama played a bad game, or so and so did this and so did that. We'll still be doubted, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm just focused on doing my job and focused on beating them, and we'll let the media and everybody else say what they have to say.
When you talk about guys that are tough to tackle, that'll wear you down, where does Wayne Gallman fit into that mix?
I think he's as good as anybody in the country. I think you should watch the film, and you see how he plays every snap. So I think he's as good as anybody. Obviously, he's not near as big as Henry or some of those guys, and maybe a little bit different type of runner. But I think Wayne's as good as anybody in the country.
Can you kind of physically describe what it's like, trying to tackle him? I know you're going against him in the spring or whatever. Or if you're going against him in individual drills, what is it actually like running head to head with him?
It sucks. It's definitely it's not fun. And honestly, I don't know. I would probably rather hit. I don't know, because I think both of them bring so much to the table. I think Wayne's obviously a lot more shiftier than Henry. He's not near as big, and I don't know if Wayne can handle 60 carries or whatever, how many carries in the game. So I think Wayne's definitely a lot more shiftier. I think he brings a little bit more to the table because he can do a lot. Henry's a downhill runner and just kind of keeps it in the box. I think Wayne's probably a little bit faster than he is. So I don't know. They're kind of similar, but then again they're different. So I can't really compare them just because I think Wayne's a little more shiftier than he is.
The word I always hear about Wayne's running style is angry, and it seems like him and Henry
explosive.
kind of fit that same.
Yeah, they're both really explosive runners. And he's very powerful for him. He's not a small dude, but you wouldn't think him being 6', 6'1", 210 to him as run as powerful as he can. Then being as quick from side to side. So I think all around Wayne is good as anybody in the country.
How cognizant do you have to be of Coker being able to get away if he gets flushed from the pocket? Because it seems like he's kept a lot of their drives alive with scrambles.
Well, we know I don't think he's as good as Mayfield on his feet. He's obviously a great passer, and if he has to, he can scramble and make some still throws. So we understand that if we stop Henry, we got to deal with Coker and the receivers. So it's definitely going to be difficult because they're not a one-dimensional team at all. So we definitely have a difficult task at hand, but I think we have a good game plan in to limit them as much as possible.
How much does that passing game really build on what they can do running?
I don't know. I think it just complements each other, because if they can't do one, then they can just go to the other. I think that's why we've been so successful too. If someone shuts down our running game, Deshaun will throw for 350. So I think we're very similar offensively, just because we're both not one-dimensional teams at all. And both of our types of offense complement each other. So if someone shuts one down, then they can do the other. So it really applies to both teams.
Ben, talk about the opportunity to go 15-0, win the national championship, especially against a team like Alabama.
It's a cool opportunity. It's going to be a cool experience. So just that kind of opportunity to be the only team that's going to go 15-0 in college football history is going to be really cool. But we got to focus on us and focus on our game plan. If we don't win the game, then that's completely out the window. So we'll worry about that after the game. And we'll worry about if we get the win. We still got to come to play, and we got to play our best game. This is the best team we'll face.
But against a storied program like Alabama, that's got to be extra special for you.
No, it's definitely going to be cool because we're facing what everybody else says is the best team in college football. So if we beat them, then no one really can doubt us anymore because we've beaten everybody. We've beaten the Notre Dames, Oklahomas, Florida States. So I think top to bottom, we've won a lot of games from how we played. So it would definitely be cool playing what the media says is the best team in college football.
I know that when Lane Kiffin came in, they started installing some of those run-pass option kind of stuff. Do they use that a good amount, a little bit, and how much of kind of a pain is that for you as a defensive player?
Man, they're pretty even with what they do. I mean, honestly, they want to run the ball. They want to give the ball to Henry because he's such a good player. But they know if they can't do that, then they can let Coker sling it around. So that's just going to be hard for us. But we got to have a very I was going to think of the word. You have just a lot in your game plan just to be able to stop both of them, knowing they bring so much to the table. We know the receivers are as good as anybody in the country, and Henry and their line. So they do a lot of different things. So it definitely makes it more difficult on Coach Venables.
It seemed like against Michigan State they tried to put Ridley in the slot a lot, get him matched up against safeties. Number one, do you as a linebacker have any sort of flat work that might draw you into that, I guess, into contact with Ridley if he is in the slot? And also, how much confidence do you have in your safeties to match up if that ends up happening?
I mean, I know J-Ron and TJ can cover anybody. I'm not worried about them. But I mean, it depends on the formation. It depends on the call we're in. I know if I have to cover him, I'll have help. Obviously, he's faster than I am. So I'm confident in my coverage ability. I'm confident in our safeties and our corners to match up with anybody in the country, so I'm not worried about that.
How long have you been working on the facial hair?
I shaved it. When did I shave it? I think I did it before I've had it for a while, actually. It's gone after this game forever. I hate it. It looks so stupid. I'm going to work on the beard after that. But I'm going to do it one more week, and it's gone because when I'm eating, it's like in my mouth and stuff, so it's definitely annoying. It's definitely not. It doesn't look good, so I'm like one more week, and that's where we going.
What does the team think about being a 7-point underdog?
I mean, we've been an underdog for a lot of games this year, and we haven't worried about it. We haven't really let it distract us. We've come out on top for 14 straight games, so we're really not worried about it.